Hi, welcome to Hope in the Light of Suicide. I'm Tammy. I'm your host and founder and CEO of the Bobby White Foundation. Thanks for joining us this week. This has been a crazy week where it's here, our first walk. But by the time you see this, it'll be the night of the walk, after the walk, and I will be totally exhausted and hopefully asleep. Things are just ramping up like the last couple of days before the walk. Things are really getting busy. But first, my cat just jumped up here. He's going to come across. Can't see him. I want to thank my producer, John, and Area 52 Media Group for helping us bring this programming to you. We wouldn't be able to do this without them. And if you want to have your own show, get a hold of them. It's not hard, and surprisingly, it is fun. But John makes it that way. So, also one of our sponsors, Dylan Gaston with the mortgage firm, Everything Mortgages. I tell you every week, she is the best. I know that because I do know her personally, and she did help me out, and she's just the best. And with the way things are right now, you really need somebody that knows what they're doing. Especially purchasing your home for the first time, or just purchasing a home. It's like it's your biggest investment, and you want somebody by your side who knows what they're doing. So, also, even with everything that is going on, it's really kind of busy. We still are having our support groups. The next one is next Wednesday. That's the Spring Hill one at NAMI Hernando office. And then the following Thursday, the 20th. Okay, the 12th is NAMI Hernando. The 20th is Newport Richey at the Oasis Coffee Spot. So, and we will have them in December also. So, these are peer-to-peer support groups. My friend Kathy facilitates the one up in Spring Hill. I'm co-facilitate with her, and then I facilitate the one here in Newport Richey at the Oasis. So it's free to come. You don't have to register. Just know that you're in a safe place and you're with people who understand what you're going through. We may be different portions of our journey, but we're all on the same journey, and there to support each other. So, in between that, so yes, the walk is Saturday. I want to thank our sponsors for the walk. Like I said, everything is coming together. Alliance for Healthy Communities, Pasco ASAP, sponsored our DJ Blue Bloods. She is going to be awesome. And then friends of the walk, Chris Pagano. He's a good kid, good guy. He's sponsoring. So these people are really super important, along with our volunteers, but because it takes a village, and it's only going to get better and grow, because this is our first one that we're doing that is really what I would say a true community walk, because everybody involved in this, from our sponsors to our volunteers to the walkers, everybody is from our community, and the money that we raise is going to stay in our community. It's going to help the Bobby White Foundation expand our services, support other organizations in our area on, with the same ideas that we're trying to do, because we can't do it by ourselves. The other organizations can't do it by themselves. We all got to do it together. So this is truly a community event, and it's just going to grow every year. I just know it. And it's exciting. We've got pretty good sign up already. It's going to, it's going to be kind of fun because our largest team actually is Mitchell High School National Honor Society. Um, I think a couple more people signed up, so they're getting close if they're not over 15 on their team. And so, there you go. You can sign up there if you're local, and you can you can. Well, you won't be able to sign up. Sorry, because when you see this, it'll be over with. But you know what? I'm going to keep the page up. So if you want to donate to the walk, you'll still be able to do that. We'll keep the page up probably at least over the weekend. Maybe go do. Okay, he's talking to me. It will be live still. So you'll still be able to donate. So we'll keep it up. Probably, maybe I'll do it for a week. But yeah, it's getting exciting because what we're going to do is the team who has the largest team will be the ones that are going to lead the walk. So it's going to be really great for the school. And we were hoping that ROTC would be able to present the colors, the flags, but they have another event. And I kind of knew that was going to happen because, like I said, all this came together in such a short period of time. But our DJ's going to play the national anthem. Flags came in, so we have the flag. And my dear friend, no, her name is out of my mind, is going to be doing the invocation. She does it, does the invocation at Art for Hope every year, and I'm going to get in so much trouble for this. My mind just went blank. Well, maybe I'll think about it throughout the show. So, anyway, so that's it. I mean, I just can't believe that it's here, and it's going to be great. So make sure you check out our Facebook pages, both the foundation Facebook page and the Pasco Walk for Hope 2025 Facebook page, because we'll post things on those pages of the walk like as soon as we can. As soon as our photographer Jay David gets us the images, we'll post them out on the Facebook pages, because we're going to be off next week. I believe it's next week we're going to be off, right? But we'll have images and information out there about what happened with the walk before we come back from vacation. So you'll still be able to see it. And then we get to go over it and talk about it when we get back from vacation. So it's really, I'm super excited about it. I went through some time last week, not so much this week. I think I've done pretty good this week. Anxiety and just like freaking out because we've never done this before. But then I just kind of have to remind myself that, 8 years ago, you never even did your own fundraiser, and we started with Art for Hope, and we've done it for 8 years. Next year will be our 9th year, and it falls on National Suicide Prevention Day. So that I got to talk to myself in the positive ways and breathe deep. So, yeah, we're really excited. So just look for the stuff on our social media, and you'll get to see it even before we get to come back and do the show. So, and another, I was just blown away on Monday. We've been having a meeting with our Rotary Action Group for Mental Health Initiatives. on Mondays, and Monday was our last meeting, and I hadn't been looking at my emails from Rotary because I get them on my gallery email, and I just hadn't looked at them over the weekend. And we had a Zoom meeting last week about getting some funding for the Building Bridges of Understanding program that I have been talking about. Now, that is our actual District 6950 Action Group webpage. And on there has, some information, resources. I'm updating it. This is a learning curve, but at least our district's action group has its own page. And from there you can get to some of these other things that I'm speaking about. That's the page. Now, I've spoke about this before. This is a program for the pediatricians, and we are actually giving them scholarships to do this 5-hour training. And it's to help get mental health and understanding mental health from getting help from children 6 to 16 or 6 to 18, 6 to 16, I think. And it's an awesome program. They've implemented it in Collier County, which is south of us. And in the 3 years that they've done this, they've helped over 7,000 children that would never have been able to get help as quickly as they did. We're really close to Premier getting on board. Well, Bob closed the huge big grant thing, but in our meeting, what ended up happening with our district governor, Becky Bennett, and after the meeting, I didn't think really it was going to go anywhere because I didn't think that we had the our district designated funds. So we were able to, they came back, and our Rotary District 6950, though this is a global grant project. Believe me, I don't know how it works. I am learning this stuff so fast. But in the essence is our district 6950 pledged $11,000 of district designated funds, and then the Rotary World Fund matched that 80%. So the result is our district 6950 generated $19,800 to bring building bridges into our counties. So that's Citrus County, Hernando County, Pasco County, Pinellas County, for pediatricians to receive scholarships to take this training and bring this program in to their organization. Why is this so important? Let's take a look at this. Parents feel helpless when their child is in pain and isolation, and family doctors do not feel that they have the time or tools to treat. Many counties do not have enough child psychiatrists to treat anxiety, depression, and ADHD. Now, this is our district's counties. And I have talked about this before, but when you see it in the numbers, Citrus County, which is the furthest county in our district north, has one child psychiatrist for over 22,000 children. Hernando County, 2 for over 36,000 children. Pasco County, where we are, 9 child psychiatrists for over 100,000 children. Pinellas County, 27 for over 150,000. This program is going to help these children get the help that they need, have the understanding, and the parents have the understanding so much quicker. Now, I had mentioned that I think I may have mentioned last week, I'm not sure, that I've been working with Premier Healthcare, and since I first met the person that I was supposed to meet, and it just happened at the Premier's community breakfast, they have doubled their behavioral health staff, which is awesome. And Baycare's behavioral health is expanding, and I'll have when we get back from vacation, I'll have more information on that because that's exciting too. But we're hoping that with this grant, with this money that we receive for scholarships for these pediatricians, that we can get all the pediatricians. This is my hope. And if we could get some of them signed up before the end of the year to start this program with Premier. He was concerned that whether or not it was going to work with another program that they have. But in essence, they work together perfectly. So it's just still getting the information, onboarding. But I was also, and this was exciting, and so I still have a little bit of work to do before the walk, was given the permission for those kids at Mitchell High School that's participating in the walk to give each of them the scholarships to give to their pediatricians for their participation. I was so excited about that. So I just have to redo the certificate a little bit because I can design it a little bit better. I'm sorry. But he gave me the information and he said it was just like a template, so I can do that. So so at the walk, those kids from the National Honor Society will all receive these scholarships to give to their pediatricians, which is exciting. And it's not just limited to the pediatricians in our district either. I want to say that because, and I don't know if it was in Collier County. I believe it was. I don't remember where he said, but even what was it? A pediatric dentist. He went through the program, and he has this in his office, which is awesome. So it's not just limited to pediatric doctors, but also a pediatric dentist can do it. And one of the concerns that they had too is the cost after the continuing cost of the program after they go through the program. Everything is free to them. All the information, the on-call hotline, it's not going to cost them anything moving forward and integrating this program, and where we can get mental health help to our youth much, much quicker. They don't have to wait 10 years from the first onset or the first on diagnosis. I mean, that's just ridiculous. It's just exciting. I was like totally blown away because when I got off that meeting last week, I was like, oh, we don't have the funds. We don't have the funding, blah, blah, blah. And I get on the call, and like I said, I hadn't looked at my emails, and Bob was like, congratulations, Tammy. And I'm like, for what? And he goes, they designated the $11,000. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And like I said, again, Rotary World Fund matched it 80%. So that is just like super, super exciting. It just, yeah, it's just exciting. So hopefully, yeah, it's going to help us, do better and move forward. Just little pieces like this. And like Monday when I got on that call, and it makes all this hard work worth it. Just every one little bit at a time. And I'm just the kind of person that I think things should move like a lot faster. I have to be more patient, and it works. It works. So, and we're hoping. We were talking at our. I presented this information at our Rotary meeting last night, and so we were talking, and our, if you saw the show a few weeks ago, we did our Rotary did a campaign called "Don't Bottle It Up," and I should have had a picture up here, but I didn't know I was going to talk about it. Our not our whole club, but most of our club was able to participate, and we're still going to get more people. But when we have our training in Lecanto I think it's in February, I'm going to hopefully, we have a district photographer, and I'm going to contact Becky and see if we can have it set up so that everybody that participates in our training in February gets their picture taken, so that everybody in our district can do the "Don't Bottle It Up," and just to make it easy so that everybody can just go to one spot, get their picture taken, and then we can send it to Rotary International and get the page made up that are so cool, and just keep growing and expanding it. It's a really, really great thing, and we need to be doing this because I had mentioned I'm pretty sure I mentioned it last week that we really, really need to work on expanding more programs, because I'd mentioned last week that a gentleman contacted us, and he, we mostly focus, that was the beginning of it, on the lost survivor side, on the aftermath of a suicide. But we had someone phone us, and he actually is on the other side of it. He is one who has contemplated suicide. He's in a good place right now, but they don't have support groups for them. He did go to the support group, one of them in Pinellas County, and they were very welcoming. But since then, and this was only like less than a couple of weeks ago, I've had 3 other people contact us, and I texted our Kathy, our facilitator in for our Spring Hill group, and to let her know, and it's something we need to think about. And so we were, before this really started happening more in this past week, we were going to talk about it before our meeting on Wednesday. Well, even since I've messaged her and we're going to talk about it, like I said, I've had 3 other people contact me about attending our support group. So I think that we're going to have to take it to the group and see how they feel. I know that the group in Pinellas, he was really well accepted. It was amazing. It made him feel so much better. And he wants to come to the group in Pasco, which Pasco is a much smaller group, and I'm pretty sure that'll be okay. But our group in Spring Hill is a larger group, and I think that we're going to have to take it to the group. And the couple people that have contacted me, I kind of tried to explain, and I feel bad that I can't just say yes, because I think the others, he wants to come to the Pasco one, the other people want to come to the Spring Hill one, and it's wild how it's just all that part of it just started to snowball, that it's something that we never thought about. And it's something that we really, now it's like, okay, this is a real thing that we need to look at, and look at seriously, and see how we're going to approach it. I the last person I did inform them that, please, if you need to seek, counseling or therapist. Did invite him to the walk on Saturday, and would have to just update him. I felt bad that I couldn't just say, "Oh yeah, come," because we have such different people in our group. I'm just not so sure how that is going to flow. But we'll work it out. We'll work it out. That's why we have these fundraisers, and so that we can expand our services in the community, where there's holes in the system. Because our whole goal is to make our community healthier and happier and reduce the suicide rates. I know we're not going to get to zero. I understand that. But we can do better if people want to do better. And I know people do. So here's my quote for today. It is, a person never truly gets over a suicide loss. You get through it day by day. Sometimes it's moment by moment. And really, I think that is a forever thing. But that's why we do what we do, to help others in a way that you can also help others. This is only just one way, but it's important. Keep these numbers in your phone. Memorize them. It's easy. 988. And you can be the one to help someone. And keep tuning in here so we can help give you more ideas of how you can be the one. You can. Whether, even if it's yourself or if it's someone else. Because, remember, there is always hope. Thank you.